Hello and welcome back to the Aligned Strength Podcast. I'm Mandy Scow, your coach for building real strength in mind, body, and spirit. If you're tired of the diet confusion, tracking every bite, or feeling like fat loss means sacrificing energy or strength, today's episode is for you. We are on episode number 22. Today's episode is titled Macros and Calorie Deficit, What You Really Need to Know. The theme of today's episode is to empower you as listeners to understand the foundations of fat loss and strength by aligning your calorie intake and macronutrients with a focus on energy and not restriction. So we are going to be diving into something that I get asked very often, and that is these few questions, which is, what is calorie deficit? Do macros really matter? And how do I do this without obsessing over numbers, like obsessing over calorie counting? So we're going to break it down in a simple, aligned way that fuels your workouts, supports your body, and fits your real life. So let's get into it. First, what is a calorie deficit? What actually is it? Let's start with the basics. A calorie deficit means you're burning more calories than you're consuming. This is the only way fat loss happens. But how you create that deficit really does matter. You can create it by eating slightly fewer calories, moving more, or a mixture of both, which is what I would recommend. But here's the thing. Too deep of a deficit will equal fatigue, muscle loss, mood swings, and burnout. A smart, sustainable deficit equals fat loss while preserving lean muscle and energy. Think of it like this. If your body is a car, a calorie deficit is like using a little more gas than you put in. But if you never refuel, you will stall out. That's what most crash diets do. What are macros and why do they matter? Now, let's talk macronutrients, which the shorter version of that is macros. There are 3 of them: protein, carbs, fat. Let's start with protein. Protein is essential for muscle repair, metabolism, and staying full. Protein is especially important if you're in a calorie deficit. Your goal would be to aim for 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. Now that's roughly. So per pound of your body weight, it's 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of protein. Carbs. And carbs meaning these carbs, which are fruit, vegetables, rice, oats, potatoes, clean carbs, not processed, clean carbs. The carbs will fuel your workouts, brain power, and recovery. Carbs are not your enemy. They're the key for strength and fat loss. And the best source of carbs, again, are fruit, veggies, rice, potatoes, oats. All right, and then fat. Fat is crucial for hormones, joint support, and brain health. If you avoid fat, so avoiding fat can equal hormonal crashes. Focus on healthy fats, which would be nuts, seeds, olive oil, avocado. And why does this matter? So why do macros, and these three matter. You can lose weight by cutting calories without focusing on macros, but chances are you'll lose muscle along with that fat. You're going to feel tired and you'll get stuck in the cycle. So if you're just thinking calories and not thinking about macros at all, like, let's compare this here. 100 calories of Skittles is not the same as 100 calories of chicken. So focus on macros. Macros are important. Protein, healthy carbs, and healthy fats. Clean carbs, healthy fats. So when you focus on macros, those three, protein, carbs, and fats, within a calorie deficit, you will keep your energy up, you will preserve lean muscle, you will recover better, you'll look more toned, and you'll feel satisfied after meals. So how they work together. How does it work together? Here's the alignment. Your calorie total determines weight loss. Your macros determine what you're losing, whether you're losing fat or muscle. If you undereat protein or fat while dropping calories, you'll lose strength and energy, and your metabolism will slow down. Okay, so let's talk about that again. So if you do not eat enough protein or fat, if you do not eat enough, you're going to be dropping calories, but you're also going to lose your strength and energy, and your metabolism will slow down. Here's a very simple visual. Let's say your calorie goal is 1,800 calories a day to lose weight. A balanced macros might look like 130 grams of protein, 160 grams of carbs, and 60 grams of healthy fat. That's not restrictive, that's fuel. And for many people, it's more balanced than what they've been doing on random diets. You don't need to track forever, but awareness is the key. Even if just aiming for protein and balanced meals, even if that's your goal, eating more protein and plus a balanced meal, I mean, that alone is a game changer. So just be aware of the three macros as you're eating them for your meals. Counting calories, counting every single calorie can drive you crazy. Constantly tracking, overthinking every bite, second-guessing yourself, it's exhausting. That level of obsession usually leads to burnout, frustration, and giving up altogether. So instead of micromanaging numbers, shift your focus to fueling your body with what it actually needs, which is enough protein to support strength and recovery. It needs enough clean carbs for energy and enough healthy fats to keep your hormones and brain happy. When you build meals around those three things, you naturally eat in better balance without feeling restricted or deprived. It's not about perfection. It's about eating to feel good and stay consistent. So the takeaway with all of this, here's a big takeaway. You don't have to choose between fat loss and feeling strong. You need the right mix of energy in and energy out, guided by macros that work for you. It's not about perfection, it's about alignment. Eat in a way that supports your body and your goals, not someone else's meal plan. You need to support your body and your goals. Here's a good quote. You wouldn't train for a race with the wrong shoes, so don't train for strength with the wrong fuel. I'm going to give you all a goal to try this week. Your goal this week is to track your protein intake for just 3 days. That's it. You don't need to change anything yet. Just build awareness. So the goal for the week is to build awareness. Eat how you normally eat, but for 3 days, track the protein. You can use, as far as tracking goes, use a notes app on your phone or something like MyFitnessPal app. Also, you can use like an actual journal and writing it down. I have created a journal, and I'm going to attach the link to that in the show notes below. You can buy this journal on Amazon. So I created a 60-day daily tracker and journal of goals. And so inside of that, each day you can track your protein, your greens, your vegetables, your fruits. You can track your movement and your workouts. You can track your sleep. You can just write a daily journal in there. So however you want to track your protein is completely up to you. But again, the goal is to track only protein intake for just 3 days. That's it. Don't change anything. Just build the awareness for the 3 days. And then after, review your notes. For those 3 days, review what you ate and then ask yourself, am I close to my goal? What is my goal, for one? Am I close to it? Am I skipping protein at breakfast or lunch? And then, think about how you could improve it. If you need to improve your protein, could I add a shake? Or could I add eggs? Or could I add Greek yogurt to bump up my protein? If you are looking for protein alternatives, if you just can't get enough of it through food, there always is protein powder, which again, in the show notes, so we're partnered with Clean Simple Eats. That is where we get all of our protein that we have at our home, and as well as we offer it at our gym. So in the show notes, there's going to be a link for Clean Simple Eats. They have many different flavors. The protein is amazing. They have whey protein. They also have vegan plant-based protein as well. So they have clear protein, which is in a can. And that is really good. They have a bunch of different flavors of that. So many different ways to get the protein on through Clean Simple Eats. And then when you click on the link below, it'll take you to the site, and there's 10% off at checkout. That's already linked in there. So check that out if you need to add protein into your diet. But just one change and hitting your protein goal can shift everything in your calorie and macro alignment. So if you have questions about any of this, please reach out. You can connect with me on Instagram, direct message me there, direct message me on Facebook. Our Facebook page is Fit For You with Mandy Scow, and then our Instagram is at Fit For You with Mandy. For today's episode, that's it. Macros and calories, they don't have to be confusing. When you understand how they work with your body, you can stop guessing and start feeling strong. And again, it is not a one-size-fits-all. So whatever somebody else is doing does not mean that it's going to work for you. You have to find what works for you. I will suggest stop calorie counting. That will drive you crazy. If you've tried that, and it didn't work, you understand. But really focus on what is going on your plate and make it balanced between protein, carbs, clean carbs, and fats, healthy fats. Also, I like to say protein, greens, and water. Protein, greens, like greens, lettuce, broccoli, greens, and water too. So, all right, that is all for today. If you want to get started and need some guidance, I do offer a 4-week nutrition coaching program that helps you align your meals with your goals without being overwhelmed. So reach out to me if you want more information on that. I'd love to guide you towards feeling stronger, more energized, and totally in control of your nutrition. So make sure to check out the links below for the journal that you can get on Amazon. Track your goals, track your food, track your daily habits, and then also check out Clean Simple Eats for different protein options. Those links, again, are in the show notes. Check those out. Until next time, stay strong, stay aligned, and remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. You've got this.